All right, let's bring in Jason Rantz. Jason, look, you run a talk show in Seattle, and I'm looking at these violent riots, especially in Portland. They were violent. They attacked a government building, but I hear absolutely no condemnation of this whatsoever. Why not?
I mean, in part because a lot of the people who are doing this are supporters of the very politicians that you're expecting to call out this violence. They realize, the Democrats right now, I think, or they should, they created this monster last year for 6 months when they said virtually nothing to condemn all of the riotings that were going on by Antifa members and fringe members of the Black Lives Matter movement, essentially taking advantage of the BLM movement for their own anti-capitalist and anti-American agenda. They empowered these people. They created an environment of lawlessness, which just begets more lawlessness. And so at some point, they do have to start stepping up and taking this seriously, because it's not going to go away. In fact, quite the opposite. Not only will it continue, they've been told, essentially, that if you continue to do this kind of activism, in air quotes, that you're actually going to be rewarded. Remember, after all the violence in Seattle, for example, they got one of their policies passed by the council, which is to defund the police. So we're just rewarding these people, and then we're expecting somehow that they're going to stop?
But at the national level, you've got the Democrats, the left, using the Capitol Hill riot as a weapon to beat any and all Republicans and Trump and conservatives. Just beat them over the head with this, never let them forget it. And now you've got violent riots attacking a government building from the far left, and nobody says anything. It's just such a double standard. I can't, it's hard to get your arms around what's going on in America today. When you go on the air in Seattle on your talk show, what's the response from listeners?
Everyone says what you just did. Everyone takes the exact same position. And that's the problem, in that, everyone condemned what happened on January 6th. Republicans were the ones who unilaterally spoke consistently, loudly, proactively saying this is wrong. They didn't need media members to call them out and ask them for their opinions. Democrats, I guess to their credit, also called it out, except they were silent for the previous 6 months, and they're still going to remain silent. They do not take this kind of political violence seriously, because they think that it actually helps their cause. They certainly thought that last year. All that chaos allowed them to go after Donald Trump and blame him for the chaos. Say, hey, vote for Biden, who will bring a semblance of normalcy here. So now they're going to find themselves in a position where they're going to either continue with this or use this to try to blame conservatives.
Jason Rantz, thanks for being with us today. Very important subject. We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Stuart.